开始吧，好，好。Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and all the audience online, hello and welcome. I am Wangbo from the Division of Design of my School of Vehicle and Mobility. I'm in charge of all design affairs and courses. So tonight I'm so honored to have this opportunity to share my point of view on automotive design with you. And in this lecture, I would like to discuss about the future development trends, especially design innovation. First, let's talk about design. What is design? And different people have different thinking about design. A professor from New York University, he said design is about taking the best use of resources to make things better. Some designers from Japan, they believe that design is about creating harmony. They are really good at combining the traditional crafts skills and culture with modern life and modern industry. And for capitalism, design means priority to function, simplicity and efficiency. Victor Papanek, that's one of the industrial designer. He gives a definition about design. So this one is a little bit complicated. Design is the conscious and intuitive effort to impose meaningful order. So that's his understanding. It takes time to try to figure it out, right? And how about this one? This one is better and easier. This guy is a very famous guy, very famous designer. He used to be the Bmw Design Director. This guy is very important for us in my field. He is one of the greatest automotive designer who leads a new area of automotive design and continuously influence our life for about 2 decades. I will talk about this guy later. He said, he said design is almost about trust and love. This one is better for me and more easier for us. Yes, of course, I've been staying in this field, in automotive design field, about 20 decades, more than 2 decades, sorry, more than two decades. And plus my study time, almost 30 years. And even by now, if you ask the same question, what is design? I don't know what is the answer. But at least about this sentence, trust, I mean, in my understanding, trust is, at least you need to trust your colleagues, your team members, because automotive design never could be done by yourself alone. You need teamwork. So, and you need to trust humanity and love, yeah, of course you need love. You should always be very emotional and passion when you make a design. If you want to be an excellent designer, you need to try to keep your passion. Especially it takes years, maybe two years, 10 years, 20 years of your career. Still you got the passion. That's very important for you. So you need, at least you love people, love life, love this career. So yeah. Some people believe that we got very long history about design. They said anything crafted by a human being has its design. So that means we have at least millions of years history of design. Yeah, who knows? We human being, in fact, in other words, we said Homo sapien, right? We got a lot of, our ancestors used to create a lot of special things, you know. This all could be a work of design, okay? And that's a lot of different definition about design. Most of them have the keywords about plans, creating goals and plans, something like visual forms, something like that. And which one is better? I prefer this one. This is my favorite definition about design. It is that design is an effective medium, or you can see a interface or bridge, right? Through which products are able to express their concepts, implications, and functions, right? For example, if you want to buy a car, if you're just ordinary people, you want to buy a good car, right? But do you know everything about the high technique, the mechanical structures? Can you see the engine inside? No. But if you want to buy a car, you can, at least you can see, looking at the car, the exterior of the car, the very handsome or sexual body of the car, or the beautiful and comfortable interior. All these things attract you. You got the feeling, and also if you touch the car, you touch the interior, the leather, the woods, the material of the car, and you can smell the car, and also the sound, the music from the speaker. So everything gives you the wonderful feeling that you got the feeling, yeah, this is what I want, buy it. I would like to have this one. This is it. So that means design just deal with all the things, the visual things. You can have the good feelings, and you can have you can feel the quality, right? The high quality with through design. You know, you don't know if this car is in a high quality, but when you see the body of the car, when you see the different parts, you can see that's everything just in a very fine and beautiful shape, beautiful reflection, as in a very high quality. It's just only the beautiful looking, but you believe this car is made in a very high quality. That's why I believe design is a very good, a very effective medium, right? Okay, after we discussed about design, and the next topic, automotive design, right? It's sometimes we call automotive design, or we can call it automobile design, vehicle design. At last, everybody wants to do car design, right? And also sometimes we name that transportation design, right? It's totally similar, right? And why automotive design? Why cars, right? Let's have a look about these pictures. There's several interesting pictures. You know, nowadays that's everybody wants to own your own cars. And this car, I know these people want to show they have a very special taste, right? It's really special. It's a bizarre, this kind of pompous cars. But look at the color, look at all the details. Can you feel it as a personalized, or we should say tasteless, or I mean low taste, right? Because recently people just got rich, right? If you got rich, You want to tell everybody, I am rich. Right? So by what? Yes, you got a very large and beautiful villa, but nobody can see your villa, right? But you can show your cars, right? This is my car. It's in a very beautiful color, a golden, all golden surface, shining, all the reflection, shining, blind your eyes, right? Okay. But is this can it give you a wonderful imagination? My imagination about this car is about this. Do you know this? Do you know it? So in some country yard, we need this kind of material, this kind of things. We burn it to our ancestor, right? Right? Okay. So could you feel the high quality of the car? Could you got the feeling? It's do you know the words premium? Premium. No. So somebody believe if we use the golden shining color, it looks premium, right? But in fact, it doesn't. Let's check some premium brand. How do they deal with the golden color? Still, there's a lot of customers, they need golden color cars. For example, not only in my country, but also in the Middle East, a lot of, the really rich guy, they need the car looks in a golden color. But how about the taste? We can just change the color a little bit. We can give a different, not very pure golden color, and we can control the reflection on the surface, make it in a different feeling. You got a higher taste, and even we can even totally abandon the golden color. We can try the silver color or other things. That gives you totally different feelings. I mean, that is the taste. So this only about the color, hue, saturation, brightness. If you can control these three elements, you can get different result, right? Okay. So next, I want to talk about, or I want to answer the question: why cars? Why everybody want to design cars, especially boys. A lot of boys, they still want to have your dream car, or even some people like me, we want to design my own dream car. Why cars? Car is a special thing, very different with other things. This, as we know, we can see car is an extension of human, right? If we are able to reach further places at a fast speed with the help of our cars. Cars extend the sphere of our activities. And also, you can drive an off-road cars or F1 Formula cars to get a different feeling. And also, all the cars carry out the different culture behind it, right? And at the same time, we can even say that car is not only an extension, but also it's a kind of avatar of our human avatar. You know Avatar, right? Avatar. This is Avatar, right? Very famous film, Avatar. So because car has a strong identity function, the temperament of cars and their owner is a correspondence. When talking about a certain model of car brand, we may subconsciously generate an image of its users. Like, for example, a mogul. This could be a mogul. May choose a Rolls Royce to show they are really rich enough. Do you know the price of this brand? It's about maybe, let me try It's really hard to say. 20 million RMB, right? Okay, 20 million, almost there. And one passenger car, usually do you know the weight of a passenger car? Usually it weighs about 1.2 tons to about 2 tons, right? So they always use the similar material like iron, rubber, plastic, glass. Maybe that's all, almost there. But this car could sell in a very high price, 20 million RMB. You know, some kind of local brand, maybe the A-class passenger cars. It takes about maybe, let me try, 40,000 RMB, right? It's totally different price, you know. Do you believe you just buy a car? No. You just buy a brand, right? Only the brand. The brand takes so much, right? It's only the brand. But what's inside, behind the brand? It's a kind of imagination. So that's why I say it's an avatar of people, avatar of the brand, right? And you know, recently there's some news on internet that some kind of Chinese rich man, which one? The young guy, the son of Wang Jianlin, right? He just hated this brand because they choose the wrong guy to be the wrong couple represent the brand, right? They hate it because he believes they are really low, not a good choice, right? Okay, but if you are a pop star, you may choose Ferrari or Lamborghini, right? Something like that. And if you are young and you can drive this car at midnight in the downtown, well, maybe like Beijing or Shanghai, some stranger, some beautiful girl just can. If you call her, maybe she just get on get on with you, on ride. Right? That shows you are really rich and really young. And for example, look at this movie. Recently, I think all young generation knows about this movie, Fast and the Furious, right? All of the main characters have their one and only right, which strongly reflects their personalities, the color, the shape, the tactility, the noise, or even the smell helps in building a car. When staring at a car, sometimes we may feel like understanding the spirit of emotion of it. This is why we regard a car as an avatar of people. So, and why you can, and do you know this concept car? It's a very latest one. It's by Mercedes-Benz. They built this new car especially for this movie, Avatar, right? You know that? So now you can understand about this concept car more easily than before, right? Cars cannot be separated from people, so that automotive design is the way to connect people and cars. Right, that's what I want to say. Well then, now let's talk about the definition of automotive design. This is the one of a version or a formal version about automotive design. That's so long, so complicated, right? And too serious. I mean, so I don't want to read this one because it's too serious. Maybe let's make it simple. Let's try to.
Recording in progress.
Okay, thank you. Let's try to answer these 3 questions. After we finish answer these 3 questions, we could get good understanding about what is automotive design. So first, what do we do? You mean, because I'm a designer also, so you must be very curious. What do we do, right? This picture, this 5 pictures can show what a typical situation when we start our design works. What do we do? At first, we want to design a beautiful shape of the body of the car. So what God named, this part names exterior design. Exterior design, right? Now, most of us, most of the boys, they want to be an exterior designer because this is so exciting, you know. When you design a car, especially a dream car, it looks like you design some beautiful guys. Like you need to pay more attention about the body of the car. Sometimes we can use the words like sexual to describe the car because we just treat the car as a human being, right? I think after your wonderful work, the car looks like God the life, right? So I like it, right? The exterior design, you need pay more attention about the proportion of the body, the stance, and the reflection on the surface, everything. And also, we need to pay more attention to the details. For example, this picture in this upper right one, top right one. So the lamps, right? Like the lamps, the wheel covers, all the details, we should give a wonderful answer to the customers. What kind of details we want to do? You need a totally new body, and also you need totally new details. Do you know that's a famous story that's recently we always call Audi, not a car manufacturer, but a lamp manufacturer, right? Audi, a lamp manufacturer. Why? Because Audi is the first, maybe the first, one of the first manufacturer tried to introduce the totally new technology in car lamps, like LED technique or something. So always the cost of their lamps always expensive than other brand, maybe 10 times. Okay, besides exterior, the other very important part is interior. Of course, if you buy a car, the exterior is very important. But after you buy it, and most of your time you're just sitting inside the car. So the space, what do you buy at last? You just buy the space, the moving space. So right. You need a wonderful space, very comfortable. Looks like your second family. You love the colors, the materials, the smells, the music, all very private things. Some people just tell me, no, Professor Wang, in the future every car will not be your own car. It could be, how to say, everybody use the, Uber or taxi. I do believe it because we do need the private moment. We need private moment, private space, Did you ever drive your own car? Can you imagine sometimes if you feel just in a very terrible mood, you need to find a space where you can sit inside of your own car. You can drive it or not. You can just sitting inside, just listening some music, So you need your own private space, the familiar smell, the familiar music, right? So I think interior is very important. But besides the shape of the space, and the other things you need to see not only the shape, but also the material. If you use more leather or more wools, ions, the reflection surface, or fabric, right? Everybody wants leather. Nobody wants more fabric. In China, I mean. But this part called CMF, color, material, finishing. Or we said color and trim, right? This very important part. And especially a lot of lady designers, females, they are very really good at this kind of field. They are very good at choose the right color, the right material. So that's a lot of female CMF designer in manufacture. And the last, you can see, check this picture. This latest trends with the latest technology, we all can see there will be a larger and larger screen on your IP, right? This part means IP. Your interior. So it's like a car looks like a gigantic smartphone right now, right? Even some special concept car, maybe latest Mercedes concept car. The whole IP become one gigantic screen. So that's horrible. But that means that's a lot of information things you need to deal with. So we name as it UI and UX. So the user interface, right? Especially the information interface. And it gives a lot of new job for this industry, right? Okay, that's almost what do we do now? So to be a designer is we got a very happy life, right? And how do we design? How? I can make it very simple in roughly in three stages. Stage one, classification and marketing. At first, we need to do a lot of research, design analysis. We need to know what kind of platform the manufacturer can apply, and what kind of prices. How about your competitors, and what about the basic packaging? This means packaging. You need to know a lot of size things, ergonomic things, right? So and also you need to understand about the market, about your customer. So that means market position, potential customers, and also you need, as I said, platform, package, design, input things. So after that, we can do the really tough work, the second stage, creating stage. That's a really charming stage. We do a lot of brainstorm, and sketching. This calls sketching. This old guy, he's one of a very famous designer. He used to be the ex-director of Audi, and the Volkswagen. He's just showing the sketching. What is sketching? And this part, the second picture, that means rendering. What is rendering? So as you can see, today we got so many high-tech things. We got our computer, so everything should finish by computer. However, unfortunately, in my field, we have to do everything by our hand, our free hand, not computer. Yes, you can see you can see it's computer aided, but not computer. It's by your hand. You got a hand drawing to finish the wonderful sketching, the wonderful rendering, and because we design start from nowhere, right? Everything. Why we call it creating? Because we from nowhere. So it's nowhere, but at least you need to find the point. Where is it? Your brain. Your brain. It comes from your brain, your ideas, and how could you describe your ideas? Yes, your hands. You got to have, that is a kind of language, very effective language. And of course, that discussion, presentation, and this called also modeling, but it's a digital modeling. That's more and more digital design. We named as CAS, computer-aided surface or computer-aided sculpture. And this one's very interesting part. We named that also modeling, but it's a clay modeling. Clay. Do you know the word clay? Clay, right? No. But it's a very industrial level clay. It's a very expensive thing. We, by now can you believe each car are just made by the designer's hand? It's like a kind of a artist to do their wonderful work. You got the feeling on the surface. You need to compare with different surface, different reflection, different proportions, and compare with other proposals. And 1 to 1, the scale is 1 to 4 or 1 to 5, and at last you need to deal with the real the real one, the 1 to 1 scale, the real car, and that's we named as a 1 to 1 clay model, the final model. And after the final model, you also need to transfer all the beautiful surface into a digital world. That means final 3-dimension digital model. Yeah, we use the scanner to scan all the surface in the small video. We can check. We can understand. We will help you to understand. Give a more easier understanding about design. We have different proposals always in the presentation. I'm sorry about the quality. It's the digital modeling. Well, the fabric and the leather. You choose the color. use the wonderful painting, the oil painting, because the painting is very important for us, because if you got the right painting, then we will see we're going to see the one-to-one clear model, interior clear model. And you can see the blue tape. If we want to modify the surface, we at first we give the tape and then we modify it. Oh, okay. That's almost the very simple story about our design courses. I think this video is better than my speaking. Maybe next time I will show you a big movie about design. That's better maybe. The final stage of automotive design is verifying and getting ready for production. Of course, we do a lot of work, and we need to make this wonderful design to be a real product. We need to ensure the feasibility and the reliability of parts by CAD, CD, and the prototypes, right? Now, we need to we design for. In car design, we need to pay attention to several points. The first is a human-oriented. The original purpose of design is to serve people and create a more convenient life, right? High-quality design should be the design which pursue humanization. The second is to lead consumption. Automotive styling is not only to meet the needs of users, but also to explore the potential needs and the desires. You know, sometimes if you make a lot of marketing research, when you are asking the people, what do you want? Nobody knows what they do really need. You know, as a designer, you need to think what will be their potential needs and their desires. It can lead consumption and also bring considerable commercial benefits to the enterprise. Okay, so because if we got a wonderful design one by one, you know, at least you can enhance the brand image. If you can enhance the brand image, you can bring more profits, right? You can sell the car in a very higher level price, right? Like the example we mentioned, the Rolls-Royce and local brand. Okay. You know, sometimes the real story when I used to get a project, one of the local brand. He told me, Professor Wang, this project is really important for us because after your wonder work, we believe this car will be one of our premium level car. This car could be very expensive, any car of my company. It's a really good one in a very high level price, okay? So I'm very excited. So I want to give if you want to give a luxury car, a premium car, you need real leather. You need real wood. Everything could be real, not plastic. So, but he said, sorry, Professor Wang, I can't do it because I want this car to be better, but it's not good enough to afford the real materials. So I have to ask them, how much do you want to sell? So they give a very strong emotion, and he said, this time, this car, I want to sell about, let me try, 100,000 yuan. Wow, 100,000 yuan. That's a big step for them. So it's really, really hard for them to get this level. Yes, a lot of local brand is really difficult for them to get a higher and the good brand image. They never think about it. They just want to copy and give a cheap design and in a very high quantity, right? Not quality, right? Okay. Then next, to define the future. Because automotive styling design considers in-depth research and analysis of social culture, technological development, and the human behavior patterns to grasp the future development trends in line with technological trends and the leading aesthetic trends, right? Okay, you can see the three trends is future development trends, technological trends, and the leading aesthetic trends. So we need to lead the future. For example, how can we achieve this innovation in automotive design? This good sample, as I mentioned, Mr. Chris Bangle. Chris Bangle is a very famous guy in my field. Everybody talk about Chris Bangle. If you got the chance to have a picture with Chris Bangle together, you do really feel proud of it. Sometimes, especially for the young students, right? We all know that BMW is a world-famous brand, but in fact, it has also a bad history. About 20 years ago, they are not in a not a very good situation, especially their luxury car in North American market is not good enough, and their selling is just dropping down. Everybody want to try to find a solution. But who is the hero? After Chris Bangle, he changed the design language of BMW, and thus revitalized and saved the company. He broke the traditional mindset, which made BMW stand out from other car companies. This is the 90s or 80s years, 2090s or 2080s language. But after that, you can see a totally different language. It's very, very sharp. And you can see the free lines dancing like flames on surfaces. And of course, this revolutionary design defined the mainstream automotive styling for decades and continues up to now even. So this revolutionary design language, which Chris Bangle calls flaming surfaces, is an innovation that comes from his understanding and mastering of art. So this could be called art, right? And automotive design is also kind of art. And the process of automotive design is very similar to that of art creation by pure artists. We also pursue, define, and create beauty in it. Shall we have a rest? Do you need it? Okay. We should continue, right? Beauty is of constant significance and can transcend time and space, so automotive design can touch the future to some extent. Oh. So, in my point of view, that's why I can call automotive design as a kind of a contemporary art. So, why I called it a contemporary art? Because there's, if you look at design, you consider design as a contemporary art, you need to understand what is contemporary art. The most important thing is there is a very important character of a contemporary art that's abstractions. So we should know nowadays, in modern time, in modern society, we need to know, to understand, to good understanding about abstraction. If you can't understand it, you got a lot of trouble. And we need to understand, but at ancient time, people don't know any abstractive art, and most of us, not only us, but also the Western people, they are familiar with the figurative art. So let's check how people turn their feeling, their understanding from figurative art to abstractive art. Let's check maybe hundreds of years ago. That's one of the portrait oil painting. That's about the history, in the history of Western art during the that we name classical period for a very long time, about I think more than 1,000 years. Artists sought realistic expressions of figurative forms and accurate reproduction, and which is why this period left many famous portraits. Most of these paintings use the soy sauce color on the ground. You know, say this part is we name the soy sauce. So do you know soy sauce? The juice when you're eating some maybe dumplings or something, soy sauce, almost in black and brown, deep brown color. We name that soy sauce colored background, right? And they use almost one lighting system, one indoor lighting system, and it makes some shadows, but all the shadows are almost in black color, you know, and so we can check black shadow, soy sauce color background, accurate perspective relationship. You know, they want to create a kind of they use the perspective relationship to try to create a kind of a three-dimension space on a two-dimension paper or oilcloth. Clear outline. You can see the very clear outline and intricate details, right? So classical period portraits greatly satisfied the needs of their customer, almost rich man or aristocracy, for image retention, because they pay to this artist. That all the artists are living in this art to trying to draw this kind of figurative portrait. Okay, so that means what is figuration? Figuration is the concrete image, the whole of something that exists objectively or is reflected in perception, a unit with many attributes, characteristics, and relationships. Okay, and what happens then? It's about let's say what and when did this wave of figuration art interrupt? It's about 1860s. the Industrial Revolution took place in Europe, and the birth of camera brought a huge impact on the figurative and the realistic art. You know, each artist, they have to face the reality. They have to reconsider it about the real figurative art. And most of them need to find their own way. At first, let's see this picture. There's a woman with a parasol by Monet. It's set against a blue sky rather than soy sauce color background, right? And the shadow is no longer black. It's a very colorful shadow, a lot of wonderful colors. You can see blue, purples, brown, green, yellow, red, But you can't see the details of the face, the details of the finger. So that's instead of dwelling on the details of features, Monet records and expresses his feelings through color. He liberated the painting from realism and opened up a new way of capturing the beauty of the moment. Right? Do you know why a moment? If you want to draw outdoor, not indoor, the sunshine is just keep changing. The cloud is changing. The wind is changing. Maybe sometimes it's just raining. You can only capture the moment, right? Okay. Yeah, and by the time of Fauvism, the realism of figuration was further broken down. Matisse's paintings pursued a more subjective and intense artistic expression, even abandoning perspective. You can this space on this picture, you can't see any three-dimension space, okay? And the paying attention to the creation of a sparse and simple mood in their paintings, as opposite to classical Western painting, right? And let's check this one. It's Picasso's Cubism, right? Also allowed for further exploration of abstraction. He just sought to create structural beauty in the paintings. And here, let's take this work as an example. We can see even the facial features that should have been seen from different views. So, but you can't got this result in one moment. So, in different times, in different seconds or different moments, different minutes, you got different point of view. But you recombine them together to get this kind of, a little bit strange result. But sometimes you got this kind of picture in reality. Let's see it, right? That is a kind of cubism picture, right? Side view, on the side view face, you can see two eyes, and in front view. Okay, let's check this one. The early 20th century, the same. We call it Miro. Miro's painting taking Carnival of Harlequin as an example. There are often no clear concrete shapes, but only lines, some occasionally shapes. The colors are very simple and painted flat. And although Miro's paintings look innocent and simple, it's similar to those of Charles doodlings. So as if, why they look innocent and simple. After this, there are more and more people exploring abstraction art. In early 20th century, Kandinsky opened the area of abstract arts. Not only Kandinsky, but also like Mondrian or all of this kind of great guy. They just explore the frontier of the art. And here, let's say the two drawings on the right are my favorite, which were Bauhaus training for students, representing the gesture of an actress only through lines. We don't see any precise outlines, any figurative limbs or features, but the simple and the abstract lines bring out the gesture and the movement. How wonderful it is. And next. Bauhaus incorporated the pursuit of abstraction into innovative thinking in industrial design, and marking the beginning of modern design. Well, let's talk about abstraction, what abstraction is. Different from figuration, abstraction refers to relatively independent aspects, properties, relationships that are exacted from concrete things. The figurative and the abstract are capable of interconnection and transformation in human perception. A little bit hard to all of us, but you just know that's different thing. And abstractions can have the different two coming source. One is abstraction from figuration, one is abstraction not from figuration, right? But let's sum up the benefits of abstraction over figuration. Firstly, abstraction has a universality because abstract form does not explicitly express a certain thing in nature. So it's a kind of imagery that vaguely points to a certain range or a certain meaning. So it's a kind of unknown form that gives more people some feeling and resonance, right? And secondly, abstraction has individual and richness. Each person has his or her own understanding. And thirdly, abstraction has a profundity. It goes beyond the nature form and shows the deeper thinking behind it. Finally, abstraction has substantial beauty and premium. As an abstract form, people may not understand 100%, but it can withstand the test of time better than the figurative form, and it's very durable. It also makes people feel more premium and artful. Okay, let's see a case. I know as I read a very long, very long definition is a little bit boring. But if you see this kind of case, it makes you happier. Let's see. Check this case. Very famous buildings, right? In the south of China, the big city Guangzhou, there will be a huge stadium like this. You know, do you like it, everyone? It is said it will be a lotus, right? A lotus. But why a lotus? So figurative lotus, right? And you can see every details about lotus. You can see the same color, the same shapes, and even the colorful lights. But this kind of design is always a worse way. I cannot feel any feeling of beauty, right? in a very low taste. But, however, the boss, the big boss, used to be the real rich man in China. He got the rights to make decision, right? So that's why if all of you, if in the future you got to be the rich man, you should have the good taste, right? Or that will be a disaster. Let's have a check about the different case. This small church designed by the very famous architect Le Corbusier. One of my favorite. He got this small church. Also use some colorful lights, but he just make this wonderful small church as a kind of, you can, as a space, give you a lot of space to have your own imagination. You can try to have a link with the God, with the heaven, with the paradise. And there's no artificial lighting in the church, and most of the time the skylight provides uniform lighting, right? And in our field, in automotive field, we have the similar cases. Maybe you know it. It's a very famous brand, local brand. They give a very totally new car, a concept car. It's named as GT Tiger. So they just come the form. They believe the form should looks like a real tiger. So you can see the tiger color, the tiger surface, or organic surface, very soft and fluid. And especially the face of the tiger. You can see a lot of holes. You can clearly see we can say pores of the beard. The slit like a tiger's lips, the two lips, right? And the bionic organic type surface. Obviously, it's not abstractive enough. And people cannot feel beyond the image of the tiger, and the image of the brand is relatively low. And some products are designed entirely from figurative, often gives us a feeling of intolerance. Yeah, what kind of taste? At the same time, there are some companies in our industry with relatively abstract forms, but this is usually in a very internal company secret, the top secret. So people cannot find the secret of what did they do in this field. So, and my group has been devoted to the study of abstract form theory for a long time and has now formed a relatively complete methodological system like this. This traditional design method, starts from the original imagery as a reference to help designer to find the shape. But this process has certain difficulties, and there is often a lack of refinement. The purpose of abstract form theory is to replace the process and make each stage in design clear and retraceable. The theory greatly improves the design efficiency and the continuity of design concepts. It is an interpretation of a specific case of the abstract form design approach. Let's see the Mazda's model motion concept, aesthetics of life, ultimate dynamics. And at this stage, let's check the video. What's wrong with the video? Okay. At this stage, the development of the design industry is also gradually transforming from design thinking mode to computational design mode. The computational design method is used to obtain random forms and help us derive core abstract forms. Computational design has been applied to architectural fields, as like this one. Zaha Hadid is a well-known architect who really good at computational design, and many of her works are done by means of parametric design. At this stage, the application of parametric design in the automotive industry is still in the two-dimensional scheme stage, like in the car in my field. We propose and carry out research with parametric design technology in the field of automotive styling very early, because parametric design can greatly improve the speed of model generation and modification. It has greater application value in the serious design and the similar design of products. In addition, we have also conducted research on AI design. We applied GAN networks to the creative dispersion stage in the automotive styling design process. Based on the abstract form theory, the abstract form derivation process is realized in 3 dimensions, thus providing the car styling designer with creative design tools based on 3 dimensions. And at the same time, in the context of the development of human-computer interaction technologies, such as XR, has led in a comprehensive transformation of the automotive styling design approach and the design process. So you know, recently there's a lot of companies they are doing the metaversity world, right? So the list the trends. Okay. At last, finally, we got the summary, right? It took so long time. Design innovation, right? Let's have also a story. On July 8th, 1926, Alfred Salom, president of General Motors Corporation, said that automobiles are mechanically similar and become equally reliable. In the future, only styles can distinguish them. It was his foresight that made Harley-O start the design of style and the shape of automobiles, making General Motors unique in the market, flooded with monotonous T-model cars and developed rapidly. Do you know Harley-O? He is the idol of my field, like Guan Gong, you know Guan Yunchang. Guan Yunchang of my field. Sometimes we got respect to him. 100 years ago. In 1927, GM established a new department of art color. Since the name was a little feminine, it was changed to the style department of General Motors in 1940 and the design department of General Motors in 1972. Right? So that's the day, maybe 100 years ago, the first designers in the company to also use the hand drawing and the Kilimado, right? And they got the wonderful work. Okay. Design innovation in the past decades is so how about the future? How about the design in the future? This well-known example shows that design innovation starts very. We talk about the future cars. Let's go forward more specifically for us designers, how to design the car of future. Now in China, we name the revolutionary changes in automotive industry the new for modernization. Do you know? And this new technologies such as autonomous driving can change the way we living. And there could be a lot of opportunities for new design concepts to come out. Also, technological advances have brought new possibilities for design, and these new concepts all requires design innovation, because design innovation not only captures new ideas, but also brings them to reality. And then now with design innovation, we dare to bring more crazy concepts to reality. We still face many challenges today. We need to be responsible to the world and our next generation. Design innovation continues to play an important role in solving these problems. As designers, it's our duty to create a better life for human beings. Facing both challenges and opportunities thus, I would like to say, for automotive designers, the best time have come, and I am very glad to be here today to share my thoughts with all of you. Thank you very much.